Hi everyone, this is my emerging tech presentation on the 3D Holonet, so let's get into it. So basically, what is the 3D Holonet? Well, it is a new patent pending technology that shows advanced and realistic holograms. So basically, how it works is there's a fabric mesh scrim with metallic filament woven into the fiber that has real silver and allows a curtain of LED lights to be reflected off and create a holographic effect. And don't just take my word for it. The parent company Kalita partnered with the League of Legends to show the 3D HoloNet at the 2019 opening ceremony at the World Championships in Paris, France. So let me show you how it works with the hip hop group True Damage.
Hey, yeah. Woman too flat for moving in slow mo. I'm a guy, but I actually don't know. Woman better put your pride aside. I'm a Benji on like a Volvo. Yo, that stuff looks like my words. Sitting out to fire and birds. Got the whole crew with me, but it don't damage. You know we ain't athletes. I ain't gonna say that there, but this is my time. Better look in my eyes. I'm chilling to the skies in my heart. I don't see. Fall to a blind to a kid in his prime.
So yeah, as you could see, we were able to mesh the virtual characters from the League of Legends games with the rappers. So to create an immersive technology, and the screen isn't visible to the audience who are just sitting a few feet away, which is really, really cool. Now, you might be watching this and wondering, wait, wow, Hannah, that's really, really cool, but hologram technologies have been around for some time. Like people have been trying to develop it for a while. And yes, to that question, that's true. Hologram technologies, there are many different versions and people have been evolving it over the years. But let me explain to you why the 3D HoloNet is the new and future technology of holograms and why it's better than others. So compared to the other technologies, the most common and or most well known and the oldest technique is Pepper's ghost, which is basically two glasses where light is reflecting off of each other and allows one image to be reflected to the other location and creates that holographic effect or illusion. The most primary example would be 2014's Michael Jackson's performance at the Billboard Music Awards, where he performed his posthumous album Escape, and the 2012 Coachella's Music and Arts Festival with the deceased Tupac and performing with Snoop Dogg's and Dr. Dre. Now, while these are famous and pepper ghosts have been used over the years, there are some limitations with these. One of them is that the glass has to be really, really big and really, really thick to install, so it's very expensive and really difficult to install in general. The second part is that it's really hard to have good quality, as you could see from that video, and it has challenges when people cannot walk in front of the glass because it would distort the image. Another technology is the holographic smokescreen. This uses smoke instead of glass, like similarly to Pepper's Ghost, but again, this can be easily disrupted when someone just walks through it. Another technology is the semi-transparent OLED screen and the holographic pyramids. This is very similar to each other because they both use screens and geometric shapes to create 2D images into 3D holographic ones. The problem with the semi-transparent OLED screen is that it's very expensive to mass produce. LG's been trying to integrate it with its televisions and other appliances, but it's not very feasible for consumers. The holographic pyramids, these are more realistically and economically feasible. It's just very small scale to do so because it depends on how big the pyramids and how big the screens are. And of course, results vary depending how good it is. Obviously, professional holographic pyramids or cubes are better than the DIY do it yourself at home, but those are the limitations for both of them. Now, back to the 3D HoloNet, the holographic net, let me explain to you why it's better. So unlike all the other technologies that you need to use glass or really hard to install, this is very easy because it just has that screen and can be installed in a matter of hours. Also, it's very reusable. It can be used multiple times, both indoors and outdoors. So this video shows you the indoor portion. And even though it's technically invisible and transparent to the audiences, it still creates a very vivid and bright images. As you can see, it's meshing with the performer with the images. let me show you the next video, which shows the 3D Holonet outside. And as you can see, we have the Earth being shown with the stars outside. Very, very clear, bright image. There is a limitation though, because it needs a very dark environment surrounding it, despite the thin screen, to make it look invisible and to make sure that it meshes well with the environment. But considering the limitations of the other holographic technologies, I think this one is the best because it just provides a more realistic augmented reality and a more immersive environment. So finally, why is this helpful for narratives? Well, as we saw previously in the videos, it can bring the unreal in fantasy to life with true damages. We can see the League of Legends characters come to life and incorporate it in not just the regular music videos or movies or games. We can have it incorporated in performances, concert venues. Another primary example is Hasune Miku, which is a very popular anime idol in Japan. And not just that, it can bring the dead to life as well. As we saw in the previous videos, we saw the deceased Michael Jackson and Tupac. But obviously, it brings the question, is it ethical to bring these um, the dead back to life? That's another story and question on its own, but that's the end of my presentation on the 3D HoloNet. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed listening to this, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.